Hello and good day. Welcome to our video channel, God's Promises. And today's video will be a fast, concise overview, Book of 2 Chronicles, chapter 16. Let's get started now. The Book of 2 Chronicles chapter 16 tells the story of King Asa's reign over Judah and the events that occurred during his later years. Asa was a king who followed God and was known for his reforms, which included removing idols and pagan altars from the land. However, as Asa's reign continued, he began to rely more on his own power and strategies rather than trusting in God. The chapter begins with Asa facing an attack from Baasha, the king of Israel. Instead of seeking God's help, Asa turns to the king of Syria for assistance. Asa offers silver and gold from the treasuries of the temple as payment for the Syrian king's help in attacking Israel. The Syrian army attacks Israel, causing Baasha to withdraw his forces from Judah. Although Asa was successful in repelling the attack, God sent the prophet Hanani to rebuke him for relying on the strength of men instead of trusting in God. Hanani reminds Asa of the times when God had delivered him from the hands of the Ethiopians and the Libyans, who had a large army with many chariots and horsemen. Asa had prayed to God and asked for his help, and God had delivered him. Hanani tells Asa that he has foolishly relied on the king of Syria instead of trusting in God. As a result, Asa will face ongoing conflicts and wars. Asa becomes angry with the prophet and puts him in prison. As a result of Asa's hardened heart towards God's message, he becomes ill and dies in his 41st year of reign. The chapter ends with Asa's son Jehoshaphat becoming the new king of Judah. The teaching application from 2 Chronicles chapter 16 is about the importance of trusting in God and seeking His help in times of trouble. Asa began his reign as a faithful king who followed God's commands and removed idols and pagan altars from the land. However, as he became more powerful, he relied less on God and more on his own strength and strategies. Asa's mistake is a common one, even in modern times. When we face difficulties in our lives, our natural inclination is often to rely on our own resources and strength. We may turn to friends, family, or professionals for help, but we forget that the ultimate source of our strength and help is God. The story of Asa reminds us that our trust should be in God and not in the resources of this world. God promises to be with us and help us when we seek Him with all our hearts. We must remember that God's ways are not our ways, and His thoughts are not our thoughts. He can provide help and deliverance in ways that we never thought possible. Furthermore, when we receive a message from God, we should be receptive and obedient to it. Asa's hardened heart towards Hanani's message led to his downfall. We must be open and receptive to God's voice and heed His warnings. In conclusion, the story of Asa in 2 Chronicles chapter 16 reminds us to trust in God in all circumstances and seek His help in times of trouble. We must be receptive to His messages and obedient to His commands. As we rely on God's strength and guidance, we can experience peace, prosperity, and protection in our lives. Thank you for visiting us today. Please share with us your favorite Bible chapter below in the comments section. Don't forget to like and subscribe. It really does help our channel grow. Looking forward to see you back here for our next video. Always take good care.